Attempt number 2. Yo, we're back, boys. Another all-time high on Bitcoin. The thing just keeps going up. When is it going to stop? We've been on the YouTube grind for the last little while here, fellas. The YouTube fucking grind. Been posting multiple videos a week, and we've been tracking this motherfucking thing from pre-breakout all the way up here. We were taking longs. Most specifically, we took this one all together, rode this up to all-time high, had another long in here, another long I just posted about in Telegram yesterday or the day before. And we've been cooking, man. We hit 92K today, dude. 92 freaking K for one single Bitcoin. I saw an unbelievably insane stat the other day. Not the other day, just before I started the stream, actually. What it said was that the market cap of Bitcoin, and I may be wrong, but I just saw this on Twitter. I have not done my own research on this. I'm just regurgitating it. The market cap of Bitcoin is about to flip the market cap of all Canadian dollars in circulation. So if that's true, Bitcoin is now worth more than all the currency in my shitty country. So pretty insane stuff. But man, what a time to be alive. Things just seem to be accelerating. Most specifically, the bags I fumble seem to be going to the goddamn moon. Last I checked, the peanut bag, 40 million. Popcat, 35 something million. Suicide helpline dials from your boy wanting to unalive himself, also going parabolic. I'm just kidding. I'd never unalive myself unless. But goddamn, those hurt. At this point, I'm just posting those for the lulz. Like, if you guys think I'm sitting here stewing over it, yeah, it's annoying, right? But you can't live in the woulda, coulda, shoulda land. If and buts were candy and nuts, what a wonderful Christmas it would be, okay? But you can't live like that. You can't live in the past. It's done. You got to move on. And you can't allow decisions like that, mistakes that you've made, bags you fumbled, affect your performance in the now, right? So things are cooking. I still think in terms of just this breakout, we're kind of early. I'm not saying that, we're going up for 5 years more like some people who think the bull run's just getting started, but we just broke out of a 7-8 month consolidation like 10 days ago. So I don't think this rally is done yet. I think it has legs. What does that mean? It means there's going to be tons of opportunities still out there. You saw Peanut, you saw Act go crazy. Pepe, all-time highs. Whiff and Pepe added to Coinbase. Whiff above $4 again. Shit is pumping. Shit is happening. So if you feel FOMO, if you feel like you've missed out, oh man, everything's up, Bitcoin's at 90K, I'm sidelined, don't allow yourself to get discouraged. If anyone should be discouraged, it's me. I fumbled out on goddamn near 9 figures on these freaking coins. You don't see me bitching about it. I mean, I bitch about it a little bit, but it's kind of just fun at this point. But if I were to sit there and just be like, I can't believe I fucked this up, it's over for me. I'm now not only I'm not now only focusing on something I can't change, because I can't go back in time, but I'm also allowing that to now affect my ability to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of me. And those are bountiful. There are still many, many opportunities to be had, lots of money to be made. So if you feel like you're missing out, if you feel like, fuck, everything's happening and people are all making money, just lock the fuck in, guys. Ignore other people. Ignore what's going on. I left some Telegram groups today. I was like, I got to get out of here. It's too much noise. Muted a bunch of shit, right? Closing the door, headphones on, like fucking that guy in Billions. Like, lock in here because there's opportunity about and you need to take advantage of it, and don't let yourself get caught up in thinking of, if I would have just longed Bitcoin a week ago, I'd be set. Find the next trade, okay? The market is volatile. Opportunity and just money is out there for you to take. But you've got to take action. So don't allow mistakes you've made, things you've missed out on, take it from me, affect you from, capitalizing on what's available today, tomorrow, next week, okay? So we're going to continue to cook. We're going to continue to find trades. I'm going to continue to be the fucking shining beacon of bullishness for you to follow as we continue to climb higher towards six-figure Bitcoin. Six-figure Bitcoin sounded pretty crazy not that long ago. Here. But who was calling for it anyways? Your fucking boy, the thick neck bull god, trader Maine, was telling you we're going to six figures. We're making all-time highs this year. It seemed a little crazy, but now that we're at 90K, you got people coming out of the woodwork. Oh my God, 100K Bitcoin. Where were y'all when we were at 50K? Huh? Where were y'all calling for all-time high when your boy was calling for it a year ago at 25K? They weren't here, but you guys were following me. We've been on this journey. I've been with you guys since the bear market lows 2 years ago when I got rugged by FTX saying we're going to make it back. And now we're in the time where we get to reap those rewards. And that's what the fuck we're going to do. Okay? So let's keep cooking, guys. Bitcoin, I think, still looks relatively good. I do think that between here and 100K, I'm expecting some sort of cool off. I'm not saying I think we're going to do this by any means. We could, right? But I think it's much more likely that maybe some sideways at some point happens here. Maybe we go up a little and then sideways. But I'm expecting some kind of break of this parabola, a little bit of sideways, and then a parabola again. So what does that look like? Let's go back here. Something like this, right? Where it's parabolic and then it's chop. It doesn't go all the way and retrace the entire move, but it's a reload. Parabolic, a little bit of a reload, right? Same thing here. Parabolic, a little bit of a reload. So that's kind of what I'm expecting eventually here. I don't know when. I think somewhere between 90 and 100 makes sense for that kind of PA to happen. Ideally, though, if that happens, that allows altcoins to cook even harder, because if you paid attention today to my Twitter, I posted Bitcoin dominance, which for a moment looked like it might have topped, made a fresh high. So it ripped again. Everyone's like, oh, maybe this is it, made another high. So now if we get a correction here on Bitcoin dominance again, right? Like this ends up being a deviation and we pull back a little bit further and Bitcoin just goes sideways. That means ETH, Sol, a lot of these memes can continue to cook and then Bitcoin can go again. Remember what I said, what we want to see for the sustainment of the rally, right? You want to see Bitcoin go, then altcoins, right? Large caps, smaller caps, meme coins, right? Then you want to see Bitcoin lead again, right? Then then all the way down the list, trickle down. What you don't want to see is Bitcoin go sideways, right? And then alts go crazy, and then Bitcoin starts going down. That's when the cycle is over, or at least there's some sort of top being formed. We want to see this rotation happening. Bitcoin leading the way, altcoins catching up, altcoins going, then back to Bitcoin. You want to see this rotation happen. You want to see everything continue to reprice higher, and that's what we're seeing right now, so it's very promising. Okay, I'm not really going to focus too much on other shit. The dollar's been pumping like crazy. Generally, this has been bearish for Bitcoin, right? Is when the dollar's ripping, Bitcoin's generally gone down. It's not always a one-to-one, but Bitcoin's been flying, and so is the dollar, right? Stock market's been flying, so is Bitcoin. That's great. So everything is poised pretty well to keep going higher, and we're just looking to continue to take advantage of opportunities, right? Being a bull and taking on risk right now is being rewarded. So we need to continue to do that until the regime changes. And when the regime changes, it'll be obvious. But if I know that I can buy every dip and get paid, right? So I do it every time, and then I buy one dip, and that's the one where the top was formed. That's okay, right? Because I'm making money on all of these. So you hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 trades right, and you get 1 wrong. I'm gonna take that all day. You know what I mean? So I'd rather continue to be a bull, buy and buy and buy until the market tells me to do something otherwise. That's no different than a bear market. You short every pump, assuming it's going to continue lower, and then eventually you're wrong. Guess what? Now things have changed. You were right. You were right. You were right. You were right. You're right. Oh, now you're wrong. You got 5 in a row right, 1 off, right? So that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to be bullish because that's what the market is telling us. That's what's being rewarded right now. Again, I'm a boomer. I've been trading Bitcoin. I laid this one out on Telegram yesterday. I'm like, this is exactly where Bitcoin should bounce if it's going to bounce. And look, lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Kind of getting into a similar spot right here again. Like if this is going to leg up again from here, this is exactly where it should happen from, right here. And if it doesn't, right, and if this ends up not working, Well, then I think we probably go down to this one. And guess what I'm going to do down here? I'm going to fucking try another long because the market structure is up. Everything's telling me to be bullish. So I'm going to continue to long until clearly that's not working anymore, because every time you long and it pays off massively, I'm willing to keep doing that rather than trying to take a little short here and cover there and a little short here and cover there and a little short. Fuck that shit. Play with the trend. The trend is your friend. And right now the trend is up. All right, so we've been cooking. We've been having a good time. I went on Thread Guy's stream today. He posted the full clip of our conversation. It was a little over an hour. I retweeted it. I think there was a lot of alpha on there. It wasn't just straight up talking about the charts, just kind of some more big picture stuff about someone who's been here before. You guys have been following me, so you've heard me say a lot of this, but it's nice, condensed. I think it was a good combo. So check that out if you're interested. And if you're here from the Thread Guys fucking video, what's up? Welcome to the Big Neck channel. So yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I'm like, I don't know what, everyone should be stoked. I'm hoping all of you guys are making money. We've been crushing these fucking last couple of moves. We've caught like every swing on Bitcoin. Looking at Ethereum, it remains a giant piece of shit. That ETH BTC move completely retraced, and this is just the inverse of BTC DOM. Right? So what did BTC DOM do? We thought BTC DOM topped, and then it fucking pumped again. We thought ETH BTC bottomed, fully retraced. So ETH still a little shitty. I do like to see that Pepe is pumping, right? So that's potentially good for Ethereum. We are holding above our mid-range here. So we've got the mid-range. We're holding above it. I know it's shitty and it's painful, but like we are holding above the mid-range for now. And we're on top of this demand here, right? So I'm going to assume that this is a higher low until it's proven otherwise. So if you're longing ETH, like your invalidation, in my opinion, is here, right? Now, if Bitcoin fails to go higher, like I just showed you, and it loses that demand and it goes down to 79 to 82, let's say, then I think Ethereum probably comes down to around here, 2,800. Where do I get that level? I'll show you here. So if you zoom out here, we have kind of a really good kind of fair value gap, like inverse fair value gap here from this to this, or a bearish fair value gap, excuse me. And I know this is a really big level, but I'm going to refine it here. So that's kind of where I'm getting that zone from. And then if you actually go from within here and you just take like this midpoint here of this fair value gap, you get right around 2,800. And it also ends up being a pretty nice kind of, resistance area here, as you can clearly see. So if Bitcoin fails to hold demand and Ethereum fails to hold the mid-range and demand here, this is the next area of interest. And guess what? I'm not trying to short from here to here. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to long. I'm a bull. I'm looking for opportunities to long. Simple as that, because longs have been paying. Shorts have not been paying. So we're going to continue with that until it doesn't work anymore. We're going to press that edge until it breaks. So that's what I'm looking at on ETH. Flashbang. Sol, I actually took a long today, just straight up 12-hour order block, right? So there's your down candle for the up move. We reclaimed this old range high here, right? So Sol was in this range high here. We reclaimed it. We got a close above. I'm just punting along, just being a bull, not overthinking it, not trying to get pretty with some sort of low time frame entry. I'm like, we're retesting demand here. I'm going to take a long. And so I took that long. It's looking pretty decent right now. And as long as we're holding above here, I think it looks good. Now, if we get some sort of break on Bitcoin and Bitcoin trades down, similar to what I was talking about on Ethereum, the next area for interest in me on Sol is probably this fair value gap down here. And guess what I'm going to do there? I'm going to take a fucking long if I'm given the opportunity. But this should be the higher low. And if it's not, I'll look for a higher low here. Simple, simple, simple. We're buying support. We're looking for opportunities to buy support, because when price is doing this, right? Everyone's like, how the fuck do I get in? How the fuck do I get in? Right? That's what everyone DMs me. How do I get in? This thing just went up 45% with no pullback. And then we get a pullback into a logical area of support. And now all of a sudden, people don't want to fucking bid. So I released a short on TikTok, I think yesterday, and I posted on Twitter last night where I said, the reason you feel FOMO is you do not have a plan. The reason you feel FOMO is you don't have a plan. So when shit happens, you don't know what to fucking do with yourself, right? So if you're trying to long Sol, you're like, I think Sol's going to 500. I want to long it. And then it goes up 50% in a straight line. And you're like, well, I don't know how to get in. I wait for a pullback. And then it pulls back, not nothing. This from here to here is a 10% pullback. It's pretty decent. So it does that, and what do? You don't long it? Why not? You were waiting for the pullback. It pulled back into a logical area. So if you had a plan saying, okay, I'm going to wait for it to pull back, I'm going to mark out demand, I'm going to see if I get lucky and it dips, and then it does, and then you don't take advantage of that, that's on you. That's why you're feeling FOMO, because when this happens, you don't have a fucking plan, and then it bounces, and now you're like, oh, maybe I should long it now, and it's already up 10% off the low. Now you're fucking chasing, right? So create plans. I know things are going up a lot, but there's going to be pullbacks eventually. There's going to be opportunities to get in and get exposure, and you need to have a plan. How are you going to get involved? Stop worrying about things that already happened. You cannot be like, if I would have just taken this long, it would be great. Too bad. Where's the next opportunity? Is it on this chart? Is it on a different chart? So don't freeze yourself out of the market unnecessarily. We've got a bit of a mixed bag with altcoins. Some altcoins are going absolutely nuts. I mean, the OG memes have gone fucking crazy. Dogecoin, I closed my trade way too fucking early. I longed with leverage like here. It traded 100% higher. That went crazy. Popcat, new all-time high. KeyCat, ripping. Whiff added to Coinbase, fucking ripped, right? Like, is this a new all-time high it made? Or double top? What's the high here? 4.87. What's the high here? 4.88. So it made a new all-time high. Got added to Coinbase, right? Probably want to buy the dip on this thing if it gives you a dip. How do you get in? Oh my God, I don't know how to get in. This thing ripped so fucking hard. Well, guess what? I'm setting stink bids here. Now, you might be like, man, that's crazy. It's not going to dip 20%. Let me tell you something. If Bitcoin pulls back 5 to 10%, you bet your ass some of these altcoins will pull back 20, 30, 40%, maybe more. Even off of this wick here to here is 15%. That wick down to that low is 20%. So it just pulled back 20% in the last day off its high. And you're telling me I'm nuts for having a stink bid down here 20% lower? I'm not, right? So let's say this goes up a little more and then Bitcoin gets a decent pullback, like an actual decent one. These are this is what I mean about having a plan. I don't know if it's going to come there, but you bet your ass if it does, I'm going to be a buyer, right? So yeah, the OG memes going fucking crazy. Sheeb, Bonk has gone fucking mental. Pepe has gone absolutely mental. New all-time high. So I think the market is very much showing its hand. A lot of people are talking about, don't worry, these are just the meme coins, like the utility coins are going to get their day in the sun. Maybe they fucking will. But right now, and through this entire cycle, really, the market has told us that meme coins are it, right? So I own a ton of utility coins. Trust me, a ton. And they're all fucking underperforming coins that have unlimited supply and do absolutely nothing. So who's the idiot? The guy buying the fucking meme coin or the guy big braining being like, my utility coin's going to get and stay in the sun, right? Just go where the strength is. And the strength right now is obviously in these meme coins. We're seeing absolutely crazy moves on some of these fucking newer launches. We're seeing crazy moves on these obviously OG blue chip memes. So that's where your focus should be. You need to be going through the charts. You need to be figuring out, okay, is Bitcoin going to continue? Is ETH going to continue? Is Solana going to continue? Where are they? Okay, now let me look at the memes, and are they printing setups? Are there opportunities there? So I think hopefully everyone's having a good time. Hopefully everyone's making some money. Hopefully you're having a laugh looking at me fumble generational wealth yet again. So if you've made money on any of my calls and you want to tip the boy, I get all these people DMing me, man, I'm making so much money following you. Fucking throw your brother $1. I have people telling me they made 8 figures, and like, that's awesome. But throw your boy a tip. Tip the dealer. You know what I mean? Show me some love on the timeline at least. You don't even got to give me money, but give me a shout out. God damn. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a good time. I hope you're all printing. This is exactly what we've been waiting for the last 8 months, let alone the last 2 years. If you've been grinding with me since the bear market lows, this is the time to make that fucking bread. So I hope you guys are printing with me. I'm going to keep coming with the YouTube videos. It's going to be awesome. We're going to continue to fucking print. And, don't get dissuaded by missing out on shit. There's more opportunities. There's more trades. It only takes one. You only got to hit one. Let my peanut fumble be an example. You only got to hit one for something like that to happen. So love you guys. I'll talk to you soon in the next video. Peace out.